I don't think I've ever said the same thing for that twice. I'm Spencer Laux. Welcome. As you can see, the Cubs stand atop the National League Central, 19-6, just behind them are the Reds at 17-7, a game and a half back. Cubs finally lost. They almost went 10 in a row, but they've been 9-1 in the last 10. So that was a little sad, but let's hope they can get right back on that win horse. And I think they might, because Kyle Hendricks is pitching, and he's been really flipping good. Look at that ERA, 1.67, an immaculate win-loss record, undefeated, against Aaron Nola, who should be the ace for the Phillies, who's pitching okay, but his record is 1-2, which leads me to believe that the offense for the Phillies has been less than luster. Some would say it would lackluster. Let's get crazy with the whole. Let's see what fun jerseys the Cubs have. All their fun jerseys are road jerseys. I don't know if that's something that I will be able to purchase later. Let's go with the home 82 jerseys. I'm not sure if that, yeah. But Kyle Hendricks looking real good. Chris Bryant going off in the leadoff spot as per usual. I forgot to see if is Aaron Nola right-handed or left-handed? I thought he was left-handed. He's right-handed. Okay, I did not know that. So Chris Bryant, though, is going to lead off. Anthony Rizzo in the 2-hole. Kyle Schwarber in the 3-hole. Wilson Contreras, who got the day off yesterday. Maybe that's why they lost, as he's been on flippin' fire today. Or today, this season. Look at those numbers. 13 home runs, 386 average, 27 RBI. And what, we're 25 games in the season? So 25 times 4. I mean, just timesing those numbers by 4, which would only put us 100 games into the season, would be a really good season. Yeah, but I digress. He's looking good is what I'm trying to say. Jason Kipnis, 2.5 average. You know, we're going to put Nico Horner in for Kipnis. I feel like Kipnis hasn't been performing as well as he should be. Ian Happ's back from a little bit of an injury. Yes, I think this is how we're going to set it up. We brought up Brandon Morrow from AAA the other day, and he got the shit kicked out of him. We also brought up somebody else, because David Bodie, for all those boat boys out there, David Bodie is out for 2 to 3 months. I'm very sad about it, because he was hitting really well. I was starting to interject him into the lineup on most days, or at least half the time, probably a little more than half the time. But he was batting 380 something. So here we go. The Phillies. There's Rhys Hoskins, Didi Gregorius, and I don't know who's in the middle there with the baseball bat because I can't see their last name. But number 5. Oh, here comes the professor. He has a degree from Dartmouth in economics, ladies. That's Ivy League for you Philistines out there. But yeah, and look at that ERA, 1.6. His numbers were good. The only numbers that maybe aren't amazing were strikeouts. But guess what? If all your other numbers are really good, strikeouts don't matter. Strikeouts are only usually an indication of your ability to get outs. But even then, some of the worst players I've been seeing this year had huge strikeout numbers. So, ball 1 low from Kyle.
1 ball, no strike.
There's Rizzo checking out the webbing of his glove. There's Ian Happ. No one looks really excited to play today. They really should be looking, maybe they're just sad. They were so used to winning that 9 in a row that yesterday is kind of sour. They were going for the sweep. It would have been at least the second, it might have been their 3rd sweep in a row, because I think there was a 2-game series in there when they were winning 9 in a row. So maybe they were really looking forward to the turkey. In bowling terms, it would be a turkey of sweeps. A sweeping turkey. 64 degrees and overcast with the wind. I didn't see where the wind was coming in. I like to know where the wind is because it gives me a better idea of what fly balls are doing. But then now I guess it's just going to be more mystique to it, which is fun too. I apologize. I was twitching Star Wars last night / this morning. I know it's misleading. It's called Cubs Fantasy Stream, and I was twitching Star Wars, but I figured I'd see how that went too. If you think I'm mediocre at calling baseball games, you should see me in Star Wars Battlefront 2, a game which I have not played much over the last 4 months. Which is cool too, because they just added, over the time I haven't been playing, they've added a lot of new features to it. You can be Ewoks more now. And they got a bow and arrow in it. It's adorable. It's adorable. Strike one, or out one, Scott Kingery, who a lot of people are thinking he might have a pretty good year. He's young. He can play a lot of positions. I think he's third base and outfield eligible. A lot of my knowledge will be coming directly from fantasy baseball things and ideas. So I apologize. That's just the way it is. All right, 1-0 to Andrew McCutchen, former Pirate, former MVP. Maybe he was the MVP for the Pirates one year? Well, that's going to be the double, possibly more. Is he going to go 3? He's going 3. Can they get him? He gets the cutoff man. And he's in there without even so much of a tag. Andrew McCutchen with a triple. I did not know his speed was as good as it currently is listed. Showing he's still got some gas left in that tankaroonie. And I don't, I keep forgetting that I don't, that I care so much about bats in the lineup that I keep forgetting that I don't really like Ian Happ that much as in the center field. There we go, strike one. Gene Segura not having a great season thus far. Batting just above the Mendoza line at 207. Ooh, that was a good curve. Although he has scored 6 runs in the last 10 games, so maybe Gene Segura is just heating up for the season, or at least for the time being. Here comes the 1-1. And that's gonna... Oh, shit. Scores a run. That probably should have been caught. I don't know if Jason Kipnis would have caught that. I think Jason Kipnis is taller than Nico Horner. So Nico's got... if I'm keeping track of people who owe the team runs, Nico owes a run here, because that maybe should have been caught. Rhys Hoskins is up. I was just going to say, he's got tons of power. That's a home run. When Rhys Hoskins first came up, he hit like 9 home runs in his first like 20 games. It's a donger alert, but he hit like 9 home runs in his first 20 games or something. I picked him up in fantasy and I thought, I was like, he's going to be amazing. Last year wasn't a great year for him. I dropped him off my fantasy keepers. His average, because he's got good, he walks a lot, he takes a lot of pitches, he has decent power, but he doesn't get a lot of hits. Or, well, his average isn't great, is what I should say. Well, this is already maybe the worst, in fact, probably for sure, this is the worst outing Kyle Hendricks has had, which is kind of amazing that he's already pitched his worst game with 1 out in the first. We'll see if he can settle down here. Baez gets it. Throw to first. Oh! And Anthony lays out on his tummy like he's going to go paddleboarding. And that's the second out. I was going to say the end of the top of the first, but nope. Just the second out. JT Real Muto is up. He's very good. Some would say he's probably the best catcher in fantasy baseball, or the most sure thing. He's going to hit around 280 and probably have double-digit home runs. Yeah. as far as catchers go, he goes off the boards way earlier than most. All right, strike one. Let's see if Hendricks can kind of calm things down here, and hopefully the club can get behind him. That's a good pitch, strike two. Oh, it's a little, excuse me, check swing. Anthony Rizzo gets it, tags first with his foot. But Rhys Hoskins, responsible for 2/3 of the damage this inning with just a hard hit ball to left field. I was trying to see how many home runs he had this year. Looked like it might have been a decent amount. Aaron Nola. Talk about a guy who's been up and down, but a couple years ago he was really good. Last year I think he started off not great and then kind of got it together and started doing pretty well. He apparently likes disco chord music for his warm-up, which is fine. Chris Bryant's coming up with just a smidge under 400 on-base percentage with a 330 average. Looking pretty good. The OPS is also real good considering he hasn't had a huge amount of power. I think he's still less than I don't think he has more than 3 or 4 home runs. And for the longest time, he didn't have any. Phillies are 15-10 in the NL East, and they lead that division.
Ball one.
Ball one, low.
Playing 11, 1-1.
They've got some good players. Obviously, Bryce Harper, when you never know what you're going to get from Bryce Harper. You could get an MVP season. You could not. His numbers have kind of been all over the place. Sometimes he has a huge average and then a little less home runs. Sometimes he has less home runs with a decent average. And I don't know. We'll see. Oh, that looked a little low to me. But what do I know? I'm just a simple commentator in my living room drinking coffee. Nice take.
Down is full. 3-2.
3-2 count to Chris Bryant with Anthony Rizzo on deck. Rizzo's really putting together a decent year. Oh, Bryant strikes out. Well, here comes Rizzo. The first strikeout for Aaron Nola. Which may look bad, but also, let's not forget, I think Kyle Hendricks struck out the first batter of the inning, and look how that turned out for him. So, Anthony Rizzo's up. Strike one. Yeah, he's putting together a good season. 287, 8 home runs. All those numbers are good. 13-game hitting streak. Even though he has a 13-game hitting streak, I feel like it's been a lot of 1-for-4s and 2 for, like... I don't think he's had any one dominant game. I feel like he has like one good hit a game or two.
That's the ball.
His average was up or over 3 for a bit. Now it's below it, but he, like I said, he's still putting a consistently. Oh, he's consistently doing things okay. Oh, and he hits it foul. Yeah, there was Rhys Hoskins hit a pretty decent donger. Come on, Anthony. Those are the ones you turn on and you hit. And yeah, Rhys Hoskins hit on Kyle Hendricks. Kyle Hendricks has already had his worst. With 1 out in the first inning, he had already been pitching his worst game of the season, as I don't think he has given up 3 runs the entire year thus far. I could be wrong, but I know his ERA was sub-2 before this game. And by the end of the game, probably going to be above that. Or probably, we'll see. Well, I mean, we'll guess we'll see. If he doesn't give up any other runs and throws 6 innings, it'll be... Yeah, it was a decent donger. Rhys Hoskins has power. I was big on board Rhys Hoskins bandwagon for the first 2 seasons. Oh, it's going to be a big throw. Oh, and Schwarber runs it out. Nicely done, Schwarbs. He made such weak contact that it gave him enough time that hitting it against the shift got him in there. He's too fast. He was hanging out with Sonic the Hedgehog in spring training. And Sonic was like, hey, I like to go fast. And Schwarber was like, can you teach me? And Sonic was like, sure. Well, all right. Was that Contreras? Contreras has been fucking awesome. If Contreras can play, I picked him up, Chris, as you maybe know. If you remember, if you have a photographic memory, I picked him up way earlier than anyone else was getting catchers in our fantasy draft. If he plays at 3/4 of the level he's playing at in this virtual video game, he'll have been a good pick. Oh, come on, Jason! Although he couldn't have done much with that. Jason Hayward's up. At least he's hanging in there, swings at that. You're going to Jason Hayward is back up or Wilson Contreras? Oh. Or you're saying backup. Oh, backup as your catcher or your backup catcher? Because Wilson Contreras is not a backup. How dare you? Who do you have? Who did you get on your... I'm surprised. There's still some good catchers out there.
The right fielder, number 9.
Who'd you pick up? I'm trying to think. Oh, backup. You had him. Yeah, we traded. I thought you were saying you were going to pick him as your backup catcher. And I was like, what? I picked him up. That's a good pick. That's a lot of people were comparing him offensively to Wilson Contreras. Because that was when the Cubs were talking about trading Wilson. A lot of people were like, why get Wilson Contreras when you can get Omar Narvaez, who profiles really similarly as a hitter? I think he maybe strikes out a little bit more. But you could have probably got him at way late in the oh shit. Please go foul. Go foul. Go foul. Okay, good. Sorry, Jay Bruce. Not this time. Yeah, weak contact. Get it before it goes foul. It's foul.
Just foul.
Strike 3. Nicely done.
Batting 8.
I wanted to get Willens Astudillo. Last year I totally punted on catcher and I picked up Willens Astudillo because I have faith. I still hope they play him. And with the 26 man roster now, I'm hoping they give him the utility spot. Because you basically, with him, you get a third catcher. Thank you very much. It's amazing what doing this 23 times and then also not being drunk can do for my skills talking. I still do bring in, we'll see what happens in a little bit as, usually I'll bring in a comedian sometimes around the 6th or 7th inning and talk to them for 10 minutes. I've been making that shorter. I realized when I was drinking, and it's because it's very easy to, I have a newfound respect. Oh, got it, and gets it. I have a newfound respect for when people doing commentary bring somebody in the booth, they try and have a conversation with them, and then they also still try and pay attention to the game. That's hard. Especially, like, whenever Len and when they bring, like, Jeff Garland into the booth, and Jeff Garland's just always fucking drunk, to, like, be able to try and keep a conversation with him and make sure he doesn't get too out of control, and then also pay attention to the game, and then also be doing the advertisement stuff that they have to do. Like, that's a lot. That's a lot of stuff to do. A lot of pressure. And then also they have to deal with not saying fuck. I don't say fuck as much as I originally did, but I still say it. like is proof of me just saying it. Oh, couldn't get in the gap. Picked up by Horner, thrown to first, and we're out of the second inning. Much better second inning from Hendricks as we go to the top or the bottom of the second inning with Baez, Happ, and Horner, the 6, 7, 8. Yeah, no, for sure, and that's why I'm assuming why everyone who does it, like, I don't know what Len did before, and I used to not like Len very much, but I like Len a lot now. Also, Len is weirdly like hip, like Len knows really weird indie bands and stuff. Like every now and then, like a song will be playing, and he'll be like, "That's by the Afghan Wigs, who I think are out of Cleveland," and it's like he knows weird. He's just very knowledgeable all around. And he does weird, obscure movie quotes, and what's his name? Is it Bob? I always forget who's the other guy now. He might have. Oh, he makes contact. I don't know if the wind's going. It looks like it's gonna be gone. Javi Baez with home run number 4 of the year, 362 feet. Not a long home run, but a home run nonetheless. And the bullpen is being nerdy and dancing. Fantastic. That's a donger, baby. A basket donger. JD. Yeah, JD. I like JD now more than Bob. I used to think I liked Bob more, but then I heard Bob, because Bob does commentary for the Diamondbacks now, and he is way less. He's way more annoying than JD. I like JD. Okay. Well, we just cut the lead down to a third of what it was. Or, well, yeah. I guess it's 2/3 of what it was, I think.
0-2.
Cut a third off of it. Dinker, a donger, a home runner. We call them dongers here like the old Deadspin used to all the time. But the 0-2 from Aaron Nola. And Aaron Nola, do you have who is it that has Nola on their team? Is that you that has Nola? Oh, shit. Strike 3. Chris, I'm gonna look at your fantasy team.
Batting it. The second baseman. Nico.
And I'm gonna see if I want to try and initiate trades with you right now. Okay. You don't think you do? I think you'd remember if you had Aaron Nola. The cup is coffee today. So far. This cup's water. I might get out the Mountain Dew. I've been drinking a lot of water and a lot of like watered down coffee. Even when I make coffee, I like fill up half the cup with water, like half of the mug or half of the when I make my own coffee, and then I do it because I don't understand why people need as strong as coffee as they do. Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this whole Aaron Nola not having to pitch very much. I feel half a chair. That's good. I was pouring my Cinnamon Toast Crunch milk into it too. Chris, I'm about to look at your team.
No. 1-0.
Let's see here. And I'm going to tell you, first of all, if I think your team's good, which what do I know? I've never won our stupid fucking league. Kyle Hendricks is probably going to strike out, so it's okay if I don't pay that much attention. Ooh, good eye. Oh, you got Laureano. I like Laureano a lot. I hate that I have so many. I kept multiple outfielders just because I felt like I should.
3-1.
I am surprised you have Hendricks. I'm surprised. Don't get me wrong. I love Kyle Hendricks, so I have this mixed feeling because he's like a 5th or 6th round keeper.
Count is full. 3-2.
Because he's great, and if he keeps on doing, if he keeps going in later into games where he keeps on getting, if he starts getting more and more quality starts, and he's always getting 30-some, that's great. I think if he could just get more strikeouts. That's like my only thing, because our league especially heavily weights on strikeouts, you know, for pitchers. So I feel like very rarely has Hendricks got double-digit strikeouts. I feel like he usually gets somewhere between 4 to 7, which is still not bad. And he always keeps people in the game, and he's going to get a lot of quality starts. Because I was big on Hendricks. I had him when he first started. Oh, shit, that's a home run. That's a home run angle if I've ever seen one. Who is that? McCutchen. So McCutchen now has a double and a home run. He's halfway to the cycle. He's gotten... he doesn't have the hardest... Or wait, no. He had a triple earlier. Shit. All he needs is a double and a single for us. I think the wind must be blowing out. It was 5 miles per hour. Wee woo woo, donger alert. So McCutchen has a home run and a triple in his first 2 at-bats. So watch out for the cycle today for Andrew McCutchen, because he just got rid of the 2 hardest ones. I mean, I assume there... Although nowadays, who knows? Maybe there are more home runs than doubles now, with the balls being all juiced up. Well, you can't get a quality start anymore. Sorry, I'm looking at your team. I would be interested. No, they won 9 in a row, and then they lost yesterday. So, that's maybe why they're kind of... This could maybe be the beginning of a bad streak. Because so far, they only had streaks and skids. They won 6 in a row, then they lost 4 in a row, then they won 6, 4. Then they won 9 in a row. So this could be a bad beginning. All right, ground ball. Outnumbered 2, I think, I hope. No, outnumbered 1. Shit. Rhys Hoskins, the other guy with the donger today. Like I said, his OBP is pretty good. He's one of those guys that it's one of those 3 outcome guys where he walks a lot, he hits home runs, and he strikes out. Although I don't know if he actually struck out. 3 for 6. Wow. Yeah. 3 for 6 with 2 home runs against Hendricks. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Chris, if you want to have any trades with me that involve Marquez, Woodruff, Laureano, or Arenado, I'm interested in those 4 players. I just hate how deep the outfield is, because I feel like every time I'm like, I want that outfielder, but I already have too many outfielders. And we'll see if me holding on to Luis Robert, who has not played a single game in the majors, is good or not. Okay, Rhys Hoskins hits a little weak contact to Nico Horner, and here comes Didi Gregorius. People seem to be sleeping on Didi, who just up until the last couple years was doing pretty amazing with the Yankees. I think he, last year... Did he play last year? I can't remember what year he had Tommy John and sat out. It was either last year or 2 years ago. Oh, that's fair. I totally understand that. I mean, it makes sense that, you should like your team before you've played any games. Like, everyone should, since everyone was in control of what players they picked and when, you would assume, unless things went totally awry, that you should somewhat like your team. That's fair. I have a bunch of sleepers on my team and a lot of, strike 3. I mean, let's see here. 1, 2, home run. I have 4 players that might still qualify as rookies. Or 5. I don't know if Dylan Cease still qualifies as a rookie. But yeah, I've got a lot of... And I don't know if Brendan McKay still qualifies. So yeah, I've got a lot of unproven talent on my team. Yeah, but I feel like those are often the best picks come around there. Because last year I picked Morton and Glasnow were like my 10th round and 12th round picks.
The third baseman.
And don't get me wrong, Glasnow was out most of the year. But when he was in... Oof. Yeah, I feel like those first 4 to 5 rounds, people go for the safe low floor people, where they know what they're bringing to the table for the most part. Like, I have Jose Altuve on my team. I did not want to pick Jose Altuve, but it was like late in the second round. And I still don't really have many.
Ball.
That's funny.
Full count.
Yeah, I had 1 or 2 that I thought this season was hard for me to decide on my keepers because I was unsure if other people were as high on the people I was really high on. Because I kept Dinelson Lamet, who has been climbing the rankings of the pitchers,
Baseman, number 44.
but I had no idea what anyone else thought of him.
Rizzo.
Same thing with Frankie Montas, where I can't believe he was just available because he was so good until he got suspended. Anthony Rizzo with a chance. Yeah, did you see Clark? Clark did some humping. Hump that air, Clark. Yeah, Clark says, I'm going to fuck this air. Yeah. Oh, pitch on the outside, 1-0.
1 ball, no strike.
But I was mad that Preston got, I think it was Preston who got Willie Calhoun, who I was huge on. I almost considered keep if he wasn't just an outfielder, I would have kept him. And then I was relieved, or not relieved, but like when he got hit in the face with that pitch, where I was like, oh, he's gonna miss the first month anyway, so it's good I didn't pick him. But then this happened where who knows when baseball's gonna come back, so he's gonna be okay. But like, I'm cautiously high on a bunch of the Rangers team, which is weird because I don't think the team's going to be good. So obviously my logic somewhere is bad. Because if I'm high on a bunch of Rangers players, but I think the team's still going to be bad, one part of my brain is wrong there, I would guess, unless half the Rangers do really well and half the Rangers don't. 3-1 pitch to Rizzo. I'm sure he's got the green light, but he takes it. 2 walks in a row from Nola to the top of the order, nonetheless. Well, with 1 swing of the bat now from Kyle Schwarber, the Cubs could take the lead. Or no, strike that. The Cubs could tie the game. He had an infield, outfield single. I don't know what you're going to call it. It was away from the shift. It was a ground ball that was weakly hit that sort of got in the outfield. But it was a base hit nonetheless. Oh! Good save by JT Realmuto. K. Schwarb's up 1-0. Did you pick... Where did you pick Arenado at? What pick was he? Ooh, strike 2. Come on, Schwarber, just advance the runners, man. Because I'm interested to see if the... Because they're talking about the whole season might be in Arizona and or Florida. Fuck. Strike 3. But if it is in Arizona, it'll be weird because offensive numbers overall will go down. 2nd or 3rd. No, because I had the 3rd pick. And the 2nd pick Because it went Scherzer, Verlander, or one of those two, or one or two, and then Trout was me. So I'm guessing if you were, and I'm pretty sure he went in the first round. Because I was, he didn't get to the second round, did he? Let's see, I'm going to look up. I'm looking it up. Oh, they're going to try and get to, fuck, and they do. The Cubs squander looked like a really good opportunity. Let's see here. League. That really makes me mad. I thought there was something going to happen there. Gosh darn it. So, round 8. Yeah, it was the 4th pick in the first round. I'm going to look at your other draft picks. Yeah, I would have liked to seen Kyle's Donger there too.
Leading off for Philadelphia.
Jermaine Marquez could work out really well for you if they don't play their games in if they don't play in Coors at all. Conversely, Arenado might. Yeah, Arenado was your first pick, who was the 4th pick of the draft. Who I don't think you can argue with. I can't argue with someone who's been hitting 40 home runs every year for the last 4 years and having like 100 RBI and batting like around 300. The only weird thing is that third base is so deep now. Is that after? But Arenado still obviously. Arenado and Ramirez are kind of top in the list, but Arenado has consistently done it. Ramirez has been kind of up and down. But yeah, the Jermaine Marquez look might look genius if he doesn't have to pitch at Coors at all. But the Arenado pick, we'll see what happens if they don't get a hit at Coors at all. That's fair. Line drive. Line drive, turned into a ground ball. I think it'll be interesting to look at if everyone plays in the same facilities. It'll be really interesting because then it won't be an apples to oranges type thing for comparing all the offensive stats. You'll really get to see how good of hitters everyone is in the same environment. So that's one I'm very interested in that. And also the fact that they're talking about having your division be your spring training divisions, which I think will be very interesting. Oh, a little pop-up. Baez has got it. 2 down. Yeah, and in the same climate, because in Arizona, there's at least a dozen fields, I think. Maybe more, along with the Diamondback Stadium. So it was like they'll play it largely in Arizona. And all the Arizona fields are really close together. Whereas the ones even though a lot of people play in Florida, a lot of the Florida stadiums are spread out more. Like some of the Florida ones are like hundreds of miles away from each other. Whereas the Arizona ones, I think, are all within an hour's drive.
Yep.
Strike. 3-1 to Nick Williams. You don't walk the pitcher. Come on, Kyle, you're better than that. Or don't walk to get to the pitcher. So Kyle can no longer get a quality start, which is sad. But if he hangs in there and fucking turns this at bat into not a 1,000-pitch at bat, he could maybe stick around if the Cubs have a big inning here. Strike 3, nicely done. And that way he brings up the pitcher spot. Oh, he does a little hop over the line. I guess he's a little superstitious, perhaps some obsessive compulsive disorder. I don't know. Jason Hayward's up 0 for 1 on the day.
The right fielder, Jason.
I don't know who's in the Phillies bullpen. I think Hector Neris still in there? I have no idea. But Nola's being somewhat efficient. He's only 55 pitches through 4. Which at this rate, with those sort of numbers, he could pitch about 8 innings.
Ball. We're playing 11.
1-1 pitch to Jason Hayward from Nola. Oh, pass ball. Although I don't know if it counts as a pass ball when there's no one on base. I've always wondered that because, oof. I used to play with a catcher who would go out of his way when no one on base when I was a pitcher, where if I threw it badly, he would put his dive and put his body almost in harm's way. And I wanted to be like, I appreciate the spirit of what you're trying to do, but don't hurt yourself. If there's no one on base and the ball's gonna go past and it's a 1-1 count, what are you doing? Don't maybe injure yourself for literally no reason other than I guess it's good to get in the habit of doing that.
Ball 3. Rio.
He was not a good switch hitter and would he would try and be a switch hitter and use a wooden bat sometimes. And I would just be like, what are you doing? This is when we're 15. I was just like, why don't you just stand on one leg while you're at it? You're not doing yourself any favors by using a wooden bat and trying to switch hit when you're not a good switch hitter.
Now batting, the center fielder, Ian.
Ian Happ's up 0 for 1 on the day. Nola has been walking people, so not a bad idea to try and hold Baez to first, as Baez has been stealing some bases, as he does. El Mago. Ooh, gets the low called strike. Ian Happ's not happy about that. Last game he was 0 for 3 with a walk. Maybe he can take a walk here. Maybe he can get a home run. Who knows? 0-1. Oh, it might drop in the gap. I think it's gonna, and it does. And now we got runners at first and second with 1 man out.
Now batting, the second baseman, Nico.
Nico Horner has a chance to redeem himself for that lackluster play where he probably could have caught a little liner earlier. We'll see what he does. The pitcher spot on deck, too, so. Also, I don't know depending on what happens here, I don't know if you pinch hit for Hendricks, because he's already 70-some pitches in. If you walk Horner here, I'd maybe pinch hit for Hendricks. Oh, wow, they tried to go to second. 1-1 pitch to Nico Horner. Good eye, Nico, good eye. Yeah, if the bases get loaded, I think you sub in for Hendricks to, yeah. You've got Kipnis, you've got Caratini, you've got, I don't know what else. Nice eye, 3-1 count to Nico Horner. Not sure if he takes here, but we'll see. I'd like him to take it to the bleachers and hit a 3-run home run and tie this game up, but ball 4. So, decision time for the Cubs. Bases loaded with 1 out and the pitcher spot up. Do you pinch hit this early in the game? We'll see. I'm guessing they will because, like I said, he's already given up 4. No! Wow, they're letting the pitcher hit. questionable considering he doesn't have much more than an inning at most left in him. Maybe you do a safety squeeze bunt. I don't know. This is questionable to say the least. Especially not to swing. Man, if you... I mean, I guess it means he's coming back out to pitch. But he only had maybe an inning left anyway. Get out of play. Fuck. Well, man, I can't say I agree with what just transpired there.
The third baseman, Red.
But I guess we got Nola 70-some pitches into the fourth, which is good. We are getting his pitch count up. Chris Bryant, like I said, high on-base percentage, high average. I don't know. A lot of things could have... I mean, that went bad for Hendricks. I guess it could have been worse. He could have hit into a double play. But I still maybe would have pinch hit for him there.
Got the ball. One ball. No strike.
Yeah, Ross made a rookie mistake. I mean... I agree. I don't think he was going to... I don't think Hendricks was going to pitch more than another inning. He was up close to 80 pitches. He's given up 4 runs, and he was close to 80 pitches. Like, get a long relief guy going in there. Like, I don't know, man. And that's the inning. They squander bases loaded, 1 out. That's very questionable. I'm going to stress heat now. I'm going to go get a fucking... What's the date in this game? It's today. I'm trying to... It should have started at 1:20, but I'm trying to record the games as they were supposed to have happened. Hold on, I'm going to get a second here.
Nola.
So Aaron Nola's up. Hendricks still in the game. I guess he's only at 76 pitches, but still.
The batter.
So yeah, I'm trying to... Early on, I was pre-recording them and editing them a little bit. So it was kind of hard because I was working with my friend who was an editor. And he was doing it just for fun to be nice, so it was like... I couldn't really be like, I need this right away. Now that I've got the PS4 camera and Twitch, I'm just streaming straight to Twitch and then just downloading it later and putting it on YouTube. But I've been trying to do them by the day. I'm sorry this is rude for me to eat.
Ball 1.
Well, Kyle Hendricks has been given a second life here. 1-2 pitch. Oh, the little dabbler. Wow.
Hey.
That looked sloppy to me. On Contreras' part. I don't like that. Oh, great. It's the guy who's a double and a single shy of the cycle for today.
He's going.
Oh, that's Zealand. I mean, the guy's fast, but to me, the guy who hits a triple and a home run already, maybe you don't need to try and steal that. Oh yeah, I got him.
No.
The Golf Club 2019. I heard about that. I think I saw a thing for that. Because that became popular recently.
1 ball.
Hell yeah, I got him. I feel bad. I started Caratini a couple games ago. In fact, I think it was last game.
Ball
Maybe.
2. Playing 2 balls, 2 strikes.
But they stole on Caratini multiple times, and he did not throw any of them out. But it was close. Oh, got it, by the gut. Throw them.
Out.
Really? Okay. I'll have to check it out. Have you played any of the old, do you have a Sega Genesis, perhaps? Hey, it's Heidi Watney. We can never understand what she's saying, but they still have her talk to me. If you get a chance to play, like, PGA Tour 94 for, like, the Sega, play that. That's fucking hard. Oh, those are cool. I was eating a cinnamon roll. Oh, and St. There's is up. I needed water and more coffee and maybe Mountain Dew. I don't know. And by the way, it's no coincidence that I've been peeing so much after these games because I am drinking at least a glass of water, at least 2 or 3 cups of like watered down coffee, and then sometimes a glass of Mountain Dew. So the rest of the day, that's why like I have at least 2 pee breaks, and you're just like, Jesus, do you need to do that? And I don't necessarily need to, but it makes it more comfortable. Ooh. But yeah, Chris, if you get a chance, I don't know if you do have a Sega, an old Sega, but if you get a chance to play those old PGA Tour games, the old PGA Tour games are real hard, but real good. Also because they're more realistic with like, I feel like in newer games you can hit the ball so fucking far. Oh, wow! Anthony almost got it. Now, apparently they not doing the shift on them anymore. I don't understand it. I don't understand why sometimes they're doing the shift. I don't know if that's the teams that don't do shifts, but some do. But a lot of times they've been doing the shift. I bet they do on Schwarber. Almost every team does the shift on Schwarber.
Ball, no.
Yeah. See, that's I don't like. I mean, it's fun. I feel like that's more of a novelty. The Tiger Woods games were a novelty to me. To be able to hit like hole-in-ones on half of the par, to like be mad when you only get an eagle is like silly. But like in PGA Tour, like in the old Sega ones, yeah, you could like do backspin and all that shit. But the old games were like if you hit the ball over like 300 yards, it was like amazing. Like that was a really good drive. I feel like. Ooh, strike 2. If only that was strike 3, it would have went away and he could have ran to first. Or for the Sega Saturn, I had the Pebble Beach golf game. That was really good. And especially because Craig Stadler was like the... I never played Hot Shots. I did play, and this is I mean, it's golf technically, but if you ever get a chance to play the Mario Golf for the GameCube, that shit is maybe one of my favorite games of all time. And it's insane. It's still technically golf. Oh! Schwarber gives it a charge and gets a single. Nice little... But yeah, if you ever get a chance to play... Hold on, I'll... I'm getting a picture to show you how absurd Mario Golf is. Wilson Contreras is up. He hits a home run a lot of the time. I should be paying attention to this, but it is just funny that I want to show this picture. Oof. 0-2 though, that's not great. That ain't great. All right, nice eye, Wilson. I'm not even sure if it'll let me share these. Ooh, hangs in there. Whoops. Whoops. I guess I can't really share. No. Good eye, good eye. I guess I can't put pictures in there. Or not the ones that I download, at least. At least, hold on. We'll figure this out.
ball.
Nice eye. Wilson
Count is
works
full.
it.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Here we go. Sorry. Wilson maybe turned to do a double play. No, he gets safe at first. That's good.
Now batting. The right fielder. Jason
Oops.
Hayward.
But yes, I think 412 or 410 is total views on the channel. By the way, this is Petey Piranha. This is a little... and I just had the thing restart, so if anyone said anything before that, before Chris said the 410 thing, because I tried putting a picture in and it made it so I had to refresh this. So at least Aaron Nola is 95 pitches in, which I assume this will be his last inning. 2-0 to Hayward. Home run would be good here. But I sent you one of the most absurd. I sent you the most absurd character in that YouTube clip. Because if you've ever wanted to, if you like playing golf, but you've always wanted to play as a giant piranha wearing a diaper, then oh boy, have I got the game for you, Mario Golf for the GameCube. Oh yeah, the greens are crazy, and also there's they also have slow greens and fast greens. So, like, the slow greens are a lot easier. The fast greens are really hard to get on because a lot of times you have to... It's all about the backspin. There's backspins and front spins on that, where it's like when you hit it, if you think you hit it too hard, like right away. Ooh, is it going to drop? No, shit. Yeah, it's a lot about the backspins and the front spins in that game. But Petey Piranha can hit the ball real fucking hard. Well, Brandon Morrow's coming in. I still think, man, if they're only going to use... They only used Hendricks for one inning after the bases were loaded with one out. They didn't pinch hit for him. And then also one of the people that Hendricks pitched to when he came back, the first pitcher, was the pitcher's count, was the hole. Bad decision. To be down by 3 and having your pitcher have 70-some pitches and have the bases loaded and you have some good players on... Yes, I agree. And for the most part, I will say, 90% of the time, they do make the right, the assumptions. They make the assumption decisions most of the times, where that it's pretty good. But that was one time where, and I'm surprised that the game even did that, because the game usually will factor in those same things. All right, Brandon Morrow's up, pitching to Rhys Hoskins. I brought Brandon Morrow up from the AAA, the AAA team, because Brandon Morrow was signed to a minor league deal. But the thing is when he's not injured, he's good. I think that's why. Yeah. And they still obviously that was questionable to do that. I think in reality they definitely would have taken him out. Especially because I'm trying to think. Although I guess they maybe did go deep into their bullpen yesterday because they got the shit, like, going into the 9th inning, it was 8-0, I believe. The Cubs are the game ended 8-5. The Cubs scored 5 runs in the 8th inning, but so I'm not sure how much of the bullpen they use, but it had to have been a decent amount. And Morrow pitched yesterday and got creamed.
Ball.
It isn't looking great. But he's rated overall better than almost all the bullpen people, so.
3 balls, 2 strikes, full count.
I don't know. 3-2 pitch with somebody on first. Will the guy be stealing? Will they try and break up the double play?
Too high.
Too high. Ball for 2 men on with nobody out. I don't know how much longer you hold in Brandon Morrow. I know if the current rules state that you have to go against 3 hitters. So I don't know. But Didi Gregorius is up. A triple play would be fantastic right now.
No ball. 1 strike.
Didi, let's get on out. Okay. Didi getting a little overzealous there, considering Morrow has not been pitching great and just oof. He has some 0-2 still. I'm guessing it'll be a ball. Something down. A ball down. Or a strike high. I mean, okay. Not that bad of a ball. All right. 1-2 pitch. All right, turn 2. There's 1. There's 2. Okay, they may just get out of this inning unscathed yet. Anthony Rizzo did a no-look flip back to Brandon Morrow. The Cubs were so weird in all their signings. The Cubs just basically bought a bunch of lottery tickets this year, where there was a bunch of people that could be good if they aren't injured or if they pan out. Well, JT Realmuto's up. Man on third. 2 outs. Here comes the pitch.
Ball 1.
Little high. Ball 1. Looks like he's saying heat inside, something inside. Ooh, strike. Cut fastball inside. I don't know where this one's gone. Oh, maybe down here. All right. Should be the end of the inning. And it is. Into the bottom of the 6th. Baez, half corner. So the 6, 7, 8 hitters.
Your attention, please.
I believe.
Now pitching for Philadelphia, number 58.
Well, now we're into the bullpen. Sir Anthony Dominguez. It almost sounds like he's been knighted. Sir Anthony Dominguez. Sir Anthony Dominguez. Baez, the lone run and RBI. Today, I mean, the Cubs have left a lot of runners on base, but you don't have to worry about leaving someone on base when you hit a home run, because they're not on base. This is just, I mean, it counts as being on base, but it's just a home run. Strike, that was right there. Baez has 2 home runs in the last 9 games with 4 RBI. Sir Anthony Dominguez has a not stellar ERA, above 7. The Cubs are going to see if they can make it even higher. I never understand why Baez swings at such bad pitches, but won't swing at strikes right down the middle. I've never understood. Never understood the rhyme or reason to what Baez decides to swing at and not swing at. See? That pitch was so much worse than the first two. But he swung at it. I don't get it. I don't like it. Strike 3. 4 pitches, all strikes. 1 wasn't swung at, I think.
The center fielder.
Or no. Or 2 weren't swung at. The 2 that were in the strike zone weren't swung at. Ian Happ's up 1 for 2 on the day.
Ball.
Takes it
High.
too high. Say at the
High.
All right. One and 1 pitch to Ian Happ.
Hard. 2.
Strike 2.
Playing 12. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Strike 3. The batter, number 2, second baseman, Nico Horner.
Nico Horner's up. So there's that. He had a walk in the 4th. Not looking great for the Cubs here.
Ball.
I may give a call to my friend Gerald, who's a very funny comedian. He was on the show last night.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
2 balls, 2 strikes. And that's going to be a pop-up. We'll see. Oh, they're going to the bullpen again.
Ladies and gentlemen, your
Here
attention
comes
please.
Kyle Ryan.
These changes for the Cubs. Now pitching and batting in the 8th spot, number 56, Kyle Ryan. Now playing second.
Or we'll call Nick
and
Butler.
batting 9, number 41,
I'll call him Nick Butler.
Perez.
Ball.
Nope, he didn't answer.
1 ball, no strikes.
Oh well. We'll call Gerald. You never know. I don't think he's drunk. I think he was sitting around. So not drunk Nick Butler. No, not drunk, locked out of house Nick Butler.
Playing 12. 1-2's the count. No, that's a ball.
See, I don't know if Gerald's maybe working. I don't know if he's got laid off yet. Like the rest of the world.
Your call has been forwarded.
Ah, he's working or watching anime or masturbating while he's working watching anime. I don't know. Who knows? Good question. I don't think so. I called Nick because I told Nick I was gonna call him.
The center fielder, number 5.
We chatted earlier already today.
Williams.
Gerald's just my go-to. Gerald's been on the show probably 3 or 4 times, which is I don't think anyone else has been on more than twice. I know Peter's maybe been on twice. And okay, that's cool. That's good. Gonna call my friend
Your attention, please.
Derb here,
For Philadelphia.
but
Number 3.
we'll see.
Bryce
I feel like
Harper.
he's not a comedian, so he doesn't necessarily on the fly. But and also he's a Cardinals fan, so I've considered calling him when they play the Cardinals. Also, he still might have his real job, which I think is still less busy, but like still job. Oh wow, Bryce Harper's numbers are really good. Wait, Bryce Harper had an off day today. I wondered why I hadn't seen him. So here comes Bryce Harper pinch hitting.
Ball.
So he either was just getting a regular day off, or wasn't feeling great beforehand. But his numbers look pretty good this year. 344 average with 9 home runs, and a single. Add a single to the 3 whatever average.
The batter number 4.
All right, let's turn to play here, guys.
Scott.
Let's get a dub play here. How many hot dogs do I think they sell at Wrigley each season? Well, considering there's 82 or 81 games at Wrigley every season, and I think the capacity is probably 40,000 people,
1-0.
and they usually come close to selling out most games. So let's say half. I'm going to say half. Ooh, gosh. Why don't you touch third? Or wait, is that 3 outs? Is that it? Why wouldn't you touch third? Bryant? Sorry. So let's say half the crowd intentional walk them, even though they could have just touched third and had the thing out. There was time to he was there. He was there.
The batter number 2.
He was get the lead runner.
Segura.
If he couldn't see the runner, it means he was in front of him. Touch the bag. Okay, so we'll say 81 games, 40,000 capacity-ish. We'll say half of those people eat a hot dog or 2. So we'll say 20,000. I'm just gonna say 20,000 times. Let's see now. This is just ballpark figures. Oh my goodness, we're having fun, aren't we? Hold on, let me get in my Samsung calculator. So, and I know, don't get me wrong, I'm guessing a lot of people, if they eat one hot dog, they have 2. I rarely would have one hot dog. Are we including Cocoa Bongos? Are we including bratwurst, or just straight up hot dogs? So, like I said, if half of the people have one hot dog, straight up dogs, all right, so let's just assume that half the people there have one hot dog, which I think is a good guess. I would say maybe even more than that. Especially because I guess people who do have hot dogs probably have more than one. But, so 20,000 hot dogs a game, we'll say, times 81 is 1,600,000 and 20,000 hot dogs is my guess.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Cubs.
1.2? Alright. That's fair. I mean, it's under what my guess was, but like I said, I was very much just throwing it together. Fort Madison? Are you Fort Madison, Cochran? Do you know Craig Owsley, too? Okay. And Cocoa Bongos rank among in the selling of hot dogs? Where do I think they rank?
1, 2. 0-2.
Because I'd guess high, because Chicago's full of hot, fat people that like hot dogs. Oof. I'm guessing the Dodgers sell a lot of hot dogs, too. I'll say they're in the... I'll say top 2 or top 4 for sure. Because like I said, their attendance is better than almost anybody's consistently. And like I said, Chicago people love hot dogs. Yeah, so I'll say they're the number 2 or 3. I'm guessing that the Dodgers have the Dodger dogs is like a thing. Which they're fine, they're not amazing. But Dodger dogs, like everyone's always like, you gotta have a Dodger dog, which is they're good.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the traditional 7th inning.
The only time I ever eat hot dogs really, or crave hot dogs, is at a baseball game. I don't really care for hot dogs outside of a baseball game. That being said, I also almost prefer bratwurst. Are you asking because you have the numbers in front of you, or are you just asking or just seeing what I think? Let me know if you see. But I'm guessing top 5 for sure.
Leading off for the Cubs.
Probably in the top 3.
Aaron Nola.
I get some Yankees. I would guess the Yankees and the Dodgers probably are up there too. Yeah, that's my guess. Oh, I thought the pitcher's name was Robert Stack. That would have been interesting. But it's Robert Stock versus Hernan Perez. What's the answers?
Ball.
I'm interested to know how close I am by my deductive reasoning.
1-1.
Indians got special mustard. Okay. Oh, it's a fly ball. It's going to be caught, probably. Hernan Perez. That's another person that I brought up from AAA. The 2 people that I brought up from AAA when David Bodie got hurt haven't been a great... Dodgers, yep. Cubs, too. Yeah. Okay. Wow, the Dodgers sell twice as many, too. Yeah, that's the Dodger dog. Like I said, and it was fine, but it was weird that everyone's like, gotta have a Dodger dog, and then I had it, and I was like, yeah, it's a hot dog. It's just a kind of big hot dog. That's fair. I don't know if I should be proud of myself for knowing, for not even knowing, for like guessing just off of what I know about baseball of hot dog sales. But I'm more likely to. Last time I don't even think I ate that. Last time I was at a Cubs game, I didn't even drink it all because I drank so much the night before. It was on my birthday. Oh, Bryant hits one. We're going to the corner. It's going to be at least 2. Yeah, it's just going to be 2. I don't know, at least. It's a double. I knew it was going to be a double. Yeah. So, Bryant hits a double. The Cubs got something cooking here. Here comes Rizzo. True, if I would ever be a hot dog program. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I'd love to be a big... I was going to tweet at Mark Grace if Mark Grace has Twitter. Because Mark Grace is... I'm excited for Mark Grace is going to be on the Marquee Network, which is the Cubs' own baseball network, and Mark Grace is a part of it. I want to look at the thing... Because one thing he's already done already was he hung out with Anthony Rizzo, and they just talked first base shit, which is cool. Because Mark Grace had 4 Gold Gloves and was a lifetime over 300 hitter. And Anthony Rizzo has at least 2 or 3. I think he's got 3 Gold Gloves now already. So, 2 left-handed first basemen that are good hitters. Rizzo has a little more power than Grace did, but Grace has a little better average. Their on base percent, I'm guessing. I wonder if Mark Grace's on base percentage last time was. I'm sure it was good, but not like near 400 like Bryant's was. But I'm gonna guess his career on base percentage was still really good because I bet he took a lot of walks. Because he had a good eye. Career OBP. I'm gonna guess it was like 370, high 360s, low 370s. Ooh, 383. All right. That might be about right about where Anthony Rizzo's is. In fact, that's probably like almost exactly the same. Oh, 405 is Rizzo's. So Rizzo's is even more, is elite. I think that was for career. I don't think it was just for 2019. That's a lot. I ate 9 or 10 in a hot dog eating contest. Oh, strike 3. Rizzo strikes out again. Here, when I worked at Pearson, we had a hot dog eating contest. But what was kind of bullshit is that there were people that were eating vegan hot. The people that won were these like vegan hot dogs, but they looked like the hot dog's not the same material. Like it seemed fluffier, you know. Like it's not the if it's not the same material, it doesn't count. Like you can't make a hot dog out of popcorn and try and say that's a hot dog, and like because it's fucking half of its air. And I could be wrong, I don't know, but I just know that I felt bad for the guys that were in second place, because the guys that were in second place were fucking fat dudes who have put the work in of being fat dudes who eat hot dogs. And the other guy, the vegetarians that won it were people that they weren't gluttons. They didn't deserve to be there. All right, the Cubs really need like a home run right here to like put the game within grasp. I don't know why I took out my headphones. After this half inning, I'm going to. Also, I'm going to pause the game, and I'll do a seventh. Although it's usually in between the seventh inning, but I'm going to get Harry Carey. We'll see how this works, but I'm going to pull up Harry Carey doing the seventh inning stretch. Strike 3. Hold on. Well, shoot. Nope. Hold on.
This is the last time this year, so let me hear you. Good and loud. All right, Gary. All one.
That's not very big. Oh, whoops. Why did it do that? That's not anything I did. Okay. This is me peeing. I did not plan this well. Or at all, actually. Oh, you can't even see it. I'm gonna pee.
Sunshine. This is going to be a great workout.
All right.
We'll go ahead and get started here.
Okay.
Tenders today.
Sorry about that. I'm back. Oh, shit.
All right, climb with me.
I'm back.
Let's go.
Here we go, back into the game.
For the Phillies, the third baseman.
So Jarrell Cotton is pitching. Pop-up, can Schwarber get to it in time? It looks like he did, and he does, and he got it, and he good. He out. 17 hot dogs. So, like, Coco Bongos, was that just, like, did he eat them, like, on a dare? Like, was he trying to eat as many as he could, or is he just a glutton?
One strike.
Was it just one of those things where he's like, holy shit, I've had 17 hot dogs? Or was someone like, or was he like, I bet I could eat 17 hot dogs? And someone's like, no, you can't. And then he's like, deal, bet on it.
Ball.
I'm just saying the stipulations, around how it happened, interest me. Sorry, I just read a thing about Mark Cuban considering running for president.
Ball.
Why not? That's what we need is a billionaire, a legitimate billionaire, running for president. Here we go, 2-2 pitch to JT Realmuto. Now.
Ball 3.
Ooh, ball 3.
Down is full.
By the way, guys, for all those of you watching, feel free to share this if you think anyone would find this enjoyable. Like I said, I usually talk to more people. I've been doing it less. I'd like to... I need to get a thing figured out where I can, like, directly just call on my computer or just hook it in. Oof. Got him. Nicely done. Or figure out a way where I can directly hook the phone in to make the so I don't have to just hold the phone up to the microphone. All right, Jay Bruce is up. Jarrell Cotton.
No.
Jarrell Cotton could possibly be in the rotation at some point. He was a person who was a starter for the Oakland A's for a little bit at times. I think they just kind of gave up on him. Strike two. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Jay Bruce. Wow.
Ball.
Ball down. 2-2 counts to Jay Bruce. Ooh, Jay Bruce swings it. How old's Jay Bruce? I feel like Jay Bruce has been around forever. 33? When did he start playing? Strike through! I guess he's only been around for 11 years. I mean, that's a long time, but still, I thought he had been around longer than that. I guess it's since he was 21, so yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I guess I just thought he was
your
older.
attention, please. These changes for
Here comes Adam Morgan. Can the Cubs
Now
finally
pitching
get to
and
the
batting in
bullpen?
seventh spot, Number 46.
Oh gosh, Adam Morgan he looked good this season. Way better than the other people that the Phillies have had coming out of their bullpen this game. But Wilson Contreras is 1 for 3 and has an affinity for hitting home runs,
Ball. No.
as he has 13 on the year
1 ball,
already.
No strike.
Fuck. Not gonna lie, it's not looking great. I will say the Cubs last game did score 5 runs in the 9th inning. So, anything's possible here. Anything's possible. Jason Hayward, I feel like he's done fucking nothing lately. Yeah, I think that's accurate.
Ball.
Doing a whole fucking lot of nothing.
1-0. Ball.
I'd consider a walk something.
Two balls. 1 strike.
I guess swinging it probably ball 3 is something, but that something's pissing me off, Jason. Come on, Jason. That was questionable, but a strike nonetheless. 2-2 after the 2-0. So Adam Morgan has worked it back to even.
Ball 3.
Good eye.
3 balls,
Well, the
2
payoff
strikes,
pitch
down
here
to
with
4.
Javier Baez on deck. Looking to possibly get this team back in the game here. They really need to score 1 or 2 runs this inning to have a decent chance at coming back in the next inning. And nope. Well, Javi's up. Solo home run in the second, but that's been the only thump from the Cubs that's resulted in a run. They've left at least 5 runners on base, probably closer to 10, like maybe 7 or 8. So the opportunities have definitely been there. And it's looking more and more like not pulling Hendricks to pinch hit was the wrong move. Yeah.
Ball.
Like I said, I try not to tamper with the game while it's playing. Any tampering I do is during the season of what I think they would be doing. Will I eventually mess with the game? I don't know. I won't actually play anything. There are times where I've wanted to make managerial decisions. Especially when I know they're going to pinch hit. There's times where I would maybe do double switches where they just stick to pinch hitting.
Ball. He's playing 2. 2-2.
Javier Baez, 2-2 from Adam Morgan. Strike 3. That's what my announcing has devolved into with the Cubs about to be on a 2-game losing streak. All right, Nick Williams is up 1 for 3 with a single, I think. With Jarrell Cotton back on the mound, like I said, he could theoretically be a starter at some point, so he's a long reliever right now where I'm guessing his stamina is pretty high, especially for someone out of the bullpen.
Off the plate.
So he can easily pitch 40 to 50 if they need him to, I would assume. Will it be a double or a triple? We'll see. It's a dubs. Not a genie trip. Not a genie trip horn. It's a dub.
The right fielder.
Dub step, not a genie trip horn. Well, who's up now? Adam Hazley. I don't know if he's pinch hitting for Adam Morgan or if they're leaving Adam Morgan. I don't know what's happening. I don't know where the pitcher spot is. I didn't hear a thing that said pinch hitter, so we'll see. There we go. There's the strike.
Playing 11. 2-1.
Ah, man. After this, I'm going to make some blueberry pancakes. That sounds good, right? Some blueberry panners. Some blueberry pancakers.
Ball 3.
3-1.
3 balls. 1 strike.
A pop-up should be caught by Contreras, and it is. What, pancakes? I literally just have the pancakes mixed in water. That's all it is. It's funny, when I got it, I thought there would be more to it. Like, I got the pancake mix, and then I got out the pancake mix, and I was like, all right, I'm probably going to need to put eggs and milk in this. And then I was like, oh no, that's what Pancake Mix like has all the stuff. You still can't do it? I mean, that's a very defeatist attitude. You literally just need to like read. Like it's literally just measuring. If you have measuring cups, you can do it. And some butter or something for the pan so it won't stick. Because then all you have to do is like pour X amount of water into Y amount of the powder. Boom. Like I said, the only thing different I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be pouring blueberries into it. That way it's healthy, is what I'll be telling myself.
The left fielder, number 22.
I can't decide if I want to mash the blueberries in with them, so it gets spread out more in the whole batter, or if I want to just kind of sprinkle them on top as they cook. I think I might do a little bit of both, actually. I'm a little excited, to tell you the truth. Okay. Oh, 1.
Ball, no.
Ball, no.
Ball.
Outside. Here come the pitch.
Runner!
Runner, he's stealing. Ooh,
That's foul.
must have been a hit and run there. Risky double steal. I just assume it's a double steal. Usually if you're going to steal third there, you would also be stealing. Yeah, strike 3. You would also be stealing second. I have seen at times where the person steals third and the other person doesn't steal second.
The batter.
And that's weird. That's kind of questionable. Unless the person at first is so slow that they think they have a better chance of getting a first and second. But I don't think. I think by default the catcher is going to try and throw the person out at third. 2 outs now with runners at first and second with Gene Segura up. Ooh, we thought about it, but then thought again and said, nah. Yeah. All right. Jarrell Cotton, Gene Segura, 1-0 pitch. And shit. That's probably going to score him. Yep, that's about the game. 7-1 now. That's what the score is about to be, or 6-1. I don't know. They're fucking losing. Sometimes it doesn't switch over right away, so I don't even know. I agree. Boo! 6-1. So yeah, I could have sworn that it was other way. But we'll see. Reese Hoskins, who got the two-run home run in the first. He had that donger hit, and yeah. There's one more strike. Come on, get out of this inning. Well, after a 9-game winning streak, the Cubs have looked anemic at the plate, and whatever another word is for not strong on the mound. Kyle Hendricks threw his worst game of the season because he's been pretty darn good up until now. I'm interested to see where his ERA will be now. I'm guessing it'll be around 3. I think or did he give it 4? Yeah, he gave it 4 in like 4 and 7, 9. Yeah, it might actually be like closer to 4 now. Amazing how one game can just totally tank your ERA. But we'll see. I bet it's like 3.8 or something. 1 and 2 for the bajillionth pitch of the bat.
That's the ball.
Good pitch, but he held off. 8 pitches this at bat. Sorry, I exaggerated. Oh my God, just end the at bat already. Strike out or get a hit, you fucking asshole. Or get out too. I don't know why you didn't go to sports. Okay, that's fine. Well, into the bottom of the 9th we go. Can the Cubs make a comeback with their 6 or 8? Wait. I guess it's their 7, 8, 9? They must have done a double switch earlier?
Your attention, please.
Because Gerald Cotton is on deck. He won't be batting, I assume, unless they've just straight up given up on the game. Which is fair if they did. But Ian Happ's up. Hector Neris.
The center fielder, Ian.
I'm not familiar with... I'm familiar with Hector Neris, sort of, but I don't know what his numbers are like, how dominant he is. That looked like it was high, but they gave it to him. Sure, why not? Why not give the team that has a 5-run lead every little borderline pitch, I guess? So far, so bad. So far, so bad. That's the Ian Happ I remember. Striking out at 30-some% rates. Are they really going to let Jarrell fucking hit? Okay. Because that would make even less sense than when they didn't take out Hendricks. Because it's like, if you lose the pitcher, it isn't... Victor Caratini, I feel bad he hasn't... I mean, he's not hitting great, but I feel like he's had quality at bats. And that's just his pinch hitting. He's 143. I think his regular average is a little higher. I think his regular average is above 200. He just hasn't gotten everyday at bats. Oh! Well, at least we're not getting teased. Or, well, that was kind of a tease, but Hernan Perez, he's going to get out because he hasn't done anything, and everyone that I brought up from the minors is fucking suck assholes. So yeah, that's my guess here. That it flipped inside, but okay. Okay. Oh man.
No ball. 2 strikes. Ball. Play slow. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball 2.
Ball 2. Okay, the 2-2 count to Hernan Perez. Ball 3, 3-2 count with Chris Bryant on deck. So the heart of the order is coming up. The tying run would be... Didn't even get a chance to sit. The tying run would have been Wilson Contreras if he would have got to bat. Let's just zoom through this bullshit. The win, Aaron Nola, 6 strikeouts, 1 run. The loss, Kyle Hendricks, 5 innings pitched, 6 hits, 4 strikeouts, 4. Not a terrible stat line for Hendricks, but that just shows how good he had been otherwise. Andrew McCutcheon was very good, 2 for 4. He started off very good. Started off looking like he could go for the cycle, but then he just stopped hitting. I don't know if he walked. I don't know.
Our paid attendance.
But
at
anyway,
Wrigley
let's
Field is
confirm
set
this
to be-
exit, and then I'll give a little preview of tomorrow's game, because I'm guessing it's Darvish. So that'll be fun, because Darvish is fun to watch, even though sometimes it takes a little longer, because he... Yeah, look at that. You Darvish, 4-0 record, 29.2 innings, 30 strikeouts, 3.34 ERA. Against Zach Wheeler. Apparently the new Brendan Benson album is out today, so I bet it's really good because he's really good. Zach Wheeler tomorrow, 2-2 with the 32.1 innings with 38 strikeouts. That's pretty good with a 5.57 ERA. I guess Hendricks' ERA is only at 2.53. I was way off on how high it was going to rise. So, the 19-7 Cubs are going to play the 16-10 Phillies, and yeah, that's these are both pretty good teams, is what I'm taking from it. Although the Cubs, the last two games, have not been great. Not at all. Anyway, join us tomorrow. Hold on, I'll see when the game is supposed to be, and I'll see if I think I'll be. Why does it not have it listed? Usually it has the time, I thought. Am I not seeing it? Hold on. Oh, 1:20. How was I not seeing that? 1:20 tomorrow, if I'm up by then. Fly the W. Yes, or the L. Fly the L. But tomorrow is a new day, and maybe they'll win that day. They'll carpe diem, seize the day, as the Newsies once said. I'm Spencer Glauks. Thanks for being here. I'll maybe see you tomorrow. Bye.